Hey, what's up? Hello and welcome. My name is Maya, and today we have an episode of Growing Together. And I'm so excited because I miss playing with this save file. I have so much fun playing with the alternate households. It's two completely different Sims. If this is the first video you're watching of this series, this is our Growing Together Let's Play, where we are trying to grow a family with our two Sims. This Sim right here, Sarai, is the sim that we're starting off with today. And we're going to start by looking at the outcome of our poll last episode. This is an interactive series where your decisions influence what happens in your sim. So make sure you vote on the polls so you can have a say in the outcomes of this Let's Play. But without any further ado, let me switch over to show you the results of the poll. So this poll was posted 4 days ago. I have been slow to record episode 3 just because it's been super busy, but I am recording it now, and we had two choices. Choice A, Sarai gets accepted into university, Avery does not. Choice B, Avery gets accepted into university and Sarai does not. Choice A was the winner. So we're going to go switch over to the PowerPoint to see what outcome happens this episode. I'm excited. Before I show you the PowerPoint, I want to show you that the last edit was 7 days ago, so I haven't edited this one. So we should see the outcome of choice 2, and I'm not changing it at all. But yeah, let's see the outcome. So last episode, I asked you all if you want to see the choices for the ones that don't win, and everyone that commented said they did want to see the choices. So I'm going to show you what the alternate choice was for last episode. So if I click on choice 1, this was our getting together choices, and choice A was the one that did not win, and I only showed you what happened with choice B, the one that did win. So now I'm going to show you what choice A's outcomes would have been for last episode. So last episode, if we chose to go with option A, Avery and Sarai instantly would have gotten 30 romance points for every 5 woohoos they forget to use protection, and they can't not have deep discussions or anything to get to know each other until they are good friends through other means. And if I read the description, it says Red tells Sarai that Avery wants to just hook up. Sarai is a little hurt, but agrees she doesn't have time for anything serious. So as we can see, Sarai is a very busy girl. She has a lot to do in her life with her family and juggling working and things like that. So she would have agreed to it eventually. And yeah, that's how it would have, like, what would have happened if we went that route, but we didn't. So we ended up going with choice B. I don't have to read over this because we did this last episode, but now we're going to go on to choice 2. So choice 2 was the acceptance letter, and we had two options, choice A and choice B. Choice B won. So I'm going to go to choice B now to show you what would have happened if we chose to let Avery get accepted into university and Sarai wouldn't have gotten accepted. So it says Avery gets accepted into university. His family is ecstatic, but he's starting to feel the pressure. So Avery and his dad would do an activity together to celebrate, just them two, which would have been a nice bonding moment. Avery enrolls in university, and he would have gotten the stress moodlet for 3 days. And then the last thing is Sarai is sad that she does not get into university, but it pushes her to work harder. She begins to sell her paintings on the table, like, you know, the art table that stands up, but cannot get an art-related job until her first child. So that would have been choice B if we selected that one, but we went with A. So I'm going to read that for you all now. This one says Sarai gets accepted into university. She goes into an art program. Unfortunately, not everyone is supportive. So then it says Sarai enrolls in university, which we're going to do this episode. 3 of Sarai's family members argue about her choice. So there's going to be a big argument. I'm starting to feel really bad that Sarai is experiencing so much arguments. I will try to make sure Avery gets into an argument with his family at some point, because this is like supposed to be realistic, where families don't always get along, but when they do, they definitely support each other. The next point is Avery's supportive, but he's disappointed in himself. He gets stuck in a passionless job and can't switch his career until his first child. So Avery already has a communications degree, so he was just trying to get a second degree so he can become a doctor. So now he's not getting into medical school, and he's kind of going to be stuck in a passionless job. I don't know if I want to keep him in the salary position that he's in, or have him find another job that he can go into, but he won't really be passionate about it. And then my hope is when he has his first kid, is when he's like, I got to do something I love and, be a good model for my child. So that's my mindset. And if you notice between choice A and B, there was similar points for the last one. If we went with choice B, Sarai wouldn't be able to get an art related job until her first kid. I'm trying to make the choices equal in the outcomes. So let me know if I did with this one. But yeah, let's finally get started because we've been looking at the outcomes for a while now. But I'm excited to play with Cameron and Diana. They're over right now. So yeah. Yeah. Sarai's going to go into university. I'm so proud of her because she gets to go into an art program and do something that she loves. She's also going to be painting to make money like she has been doing. It didn't say that we can't sell things on the table. I like that element. So I think that maybe she'll start making paintings to sell and like start feeling confident in herself because she got into her art degree, but she doesn't even know that yet. So we're going to play that out. If you're excited, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, let's get started. So right now we are in Sarai's projects. We're going to put Diana down so that way she can play. And then we also have little Cameron on our back. It's a hot day. So like we wanted to get outside, crawl through that, go have fun. Okay. And then maybe we can have her go down here. Oh, this is her uncle actually. Let me pause it because as you know, if I move Cameron and Diana into our household, wait, is she asleep? Oh, she's asleep on our back. We shouldn't move her. Aw, but we're going to move her anyway. But as you know, if I move Cameron and Diana in, I have to move two of Sarai's family members out. And I chose to keep her grandma and her uncle into the house this episode so we can get a proper introduction to them. So this right here is Jatan. He is the middle child of Shawnee, which is Sarai's grandma. I'm going to show you Shawnee in a bit. Jatan is, he's extra lazy. That's the best way to describe him. He pretty much doesn't have a job, doesn't do much, just sleeps on his mom's couch. He's a freaking glutton, kleptomaniac, lazy, and childish. Very unserious man, for sure. He can be a lot, but his mom loves him. He's a mama's boy for sure. This is his mom, Shawnee. This is who everyone calls mom. She is the matriarch of this family. She is Jatay's mom, so this is Sarai's grandma and Zane's grandma. And I ended up moving out Kiana and Rhonda. I'm gonna say like they're visiting family somewhere because it is summer, people do things in the summer. So we're just gonna like say that. But yeah, that's her grandma. Let me go to her traits. So she's mean, a foodie, family oriented, self-assured, and neat. She can be a lot. Who's calling? Devin? Oh, Devin has someone asking her out on a date. Yes, go for it. I'll have to check that off camera if they like get together. And then who's calling you? Devin? Oh no, Zane. A warning should do. He has nothing to do with the upbringing of his nieces, honestly. But he's down here. Maybe he can play with Cameron, be useful. I don't know if he knows her. Like, you can do tummy time with her. And then you love, how about you start painting? Do a confident painting. She's like, I'm going to get into university. The mail is here, so we can check if, she got in. Oh, and then look, Diana's up here. She's like, I'm playing. Aw, that's so cute. Aw, and she's doing tummy time with her. Who would this be? This is no blood relation to her because her mom is related to Sarai on her dad's side. And this is Sarai's uncle on her mom's side. But like when family's family, everyone's family, blood relation or not. And look at her. She's like, get me down or pick me up. She's not. Oh, she was not a fan. Cameron. She's like, I'm done. Oh, rest time from being awake too long. She's like, stop. I want to take a look at the milestones. Oh, she's gassy. I forgot about that. The milestones that she needs to reach. She learned to put her toe in her mouth. She lifted her head, learned to creep. I'm sad that we missed all of these, but like I said, she was born before the update. She had her first blowout. When was this? Interesting. Where are you going? She's like, I want to go play on the slide over here. Girl, you have to ask. Come back over here, Diana. You cannot go around the corner. I'm sorry. We're all over here. But Jatay and her brother Jatan, they don't really get along. Jatay is the youngest out of the three siblings, like out of Shawnee's kids. Jatay, she's not really mean, but like she is a little jealous of her brother because her mom like babies him. We're going to have grandma come down here because like, why is she not down here? But she gets mad because his mom babies him. So she's a little jealous. So she's going to rile him up. Like, why do you have her on tummy time when she's clearly sad right now? Like, if she doesn't want to do tummy time, let her just nap. While all the family members are down here too, maybe we should have Sarai go check the mail. Is she almost done? She is almost done. Okay, good. So that way we can see if we got accepted into university. I think this is garbage, yeah. Oh, you look really sad, Blondie. Let's give Blondie a treat and cheer up, and then we can get the meal. Oh, Cam, maybe we should have Shawnee put her to bed. Oh, somebody has to introduce her. She doesn't know Cam. Well, okay, Cam, you have to go to sleep yourself then. And it's a heat wave and she's out here. Oh, before her nap though, I wanted to see interactions with dogs. Can she talk to Blondie? Oh, she could sleep next to Blondie. Oh, and she's crawling. Okay, Sarai got everything from the mailbox. Oh, look at her. She's like, hey. Oh, that's so cute. Look at her little crawl. Okay. She had her university acceptance letter. She's gonna read it, and of course she got accepted. We're gonna look at Cameron and Blondie in a second, but I wanted to do this so because 3 of her family members are right here to argue. Like that's perfect. So she got accepted into university. Did she get any distinguished? Oh, she did at Brightchester, a fine art degree or art history. We'll look into both of those. So we're definitely going to Brightchester, and she's so excited. I feel like though, Foxbury is more like it's in where she is, but that's fine. It's fine. But she's going to start by going to tell her mom. She was trying to nap next to Blondie, and then Blondie ran away. Like, okay, Blondie. She's just laying on the floor. They couldn't put her blanket right there. But she's going to go over, and she's going to hug her mom. And then can she, like, share news that she got accepted into university? Oh, my goodness. Why is Cameron being on this nasty floor is just really throwing me. Like, please. Can we like share the news? Oh, we can enthuse about painting and we can be like, Mom, I got into university. Now, she's supposed to argue with 3 of her family members. So I feel like her mom's going to be like, you got into university? What degree? What degree? And she said art. And her mom is like, you're not serious. And her mom is usually supportive, but like her getting into university, let's argue about outlook on life. I feel like that's new. That hasn't been there before. I wonder if that came with the pack and like just changing how families argue. But she's like, listen, art, you're going to give up your promise to take care of Diana, Cameron, and the rest of the kids because you want to go into art. And she's kind of looking at this picture, like the painting, like this is what you wanted to go into art for. I think you could do a better with your life. Like, I feel like she's being realistic with her daughter, kind of, and it's changing their family dynamic to difficult. I'm going to accept it because I feel like this really is hurting Sarai's feelings. Like, she's trying to tell her family something good, and now it's leading to arguments. Oh, and I feel like now her uncle and them heard this, and he's going to go over here and like what's going on. So he's going to join in the argument as well. And he's going to argue about her career. Like, there's no money in the arts. You're not going to get any job. Mind you, he has no job either. So that, for me, if I was Sarai, would have pissed me off because like you don't even work. So we're going to have her grandma come over here and join in the argument as well. And now Cameron is up crying, screaming. This would have been a lot for me if I was Sarai. Like, I would have been, this honestly probably would push me more. She has a lot to prove to her family now. Malicious. She's gonna insult her. Dang, they're all coming for her right now. That's crazy. And she's hungry. So Sarai's like, I need to feed Cameron. Like, why are you guys yelling at me? That's sad because she was really happy to get into a distinguished program. Like, she didn't do well in school and all she did was show them her art. And they were like, yeah, you can come into our program. And her family's really like not proud of her. Is really kind of crazy, and she has to want to sell a painting now. Like, I really feel like this is motivating her. Like, okay, I'm gonna prove to them I can make money off of it. And I think her mom won. Wait, Avery just popped on by during this argument. I kid you not. And he wants to become best friend. I feel like maybe she texted him like, oh my goodness, I got into university, and he came over like, I'm so happy for you. He doesn't know he's not going, but he's really happy for her, and he's gonna tell her. Well, she's going to say, of course, just because I don't want them to be like, hate each other, and she can embrace the change by becoming an insider and having a lot of friends. Maybe this argument is pushing her away from her family because she is someone that is very family oriented. She loves her family, and maybe this is pushing her away from her family and closer to friends, because right now her only friends are her family, and Avery's like the first one like outside of her family that's kind of like, willing to be here for her. And this is not the way that he should have met her parents, or not her parents, but her mom, because like she's being like yelled at by her whole family about her university decision. And she's like, I don't have time for y'all. Like, what is wrong with you? Oh my goodness, he's yelling at her. But I want to feed Cameron, and then maybe we can actually introduce Cameron to Avery. I think that would be the cutest thing ever, because her family is yelling at her, and it's just like really, it's getting on her nerves at this point. How do you introduce again? Oh yeah, introduce to Avery. That would be so cute. But Avery's like, yo, why are you yelling at her like that? Oh, Tavion is coming over. Yeah. All right, so school's over, so we got to start this club. I can't forget this time. We got to start a gathering with all the kids now, and it's like all this work for 300 simoleons, like really? But at this point, I think she's getting it in her head, like, I want to move out. I want to leave. I want to move out, and I can't like deal with this anymore type of thing. But she's like, oh my goodness, thank God you're here, Avery. My family's like just yelling at me. Grandma didn't forget. She has to yell at her too. And they're probably over here like, you see that boy that Sarai's talking to? Who is that over there? Doesn't she look just like her mom? She's really her mom's twin. But she's like, who's that over there with Sarai? You see him? You look like he got money. That's what they're thinking. That's so bad to say, but that's probably honestly what they're thinking right now. But Cameron, can I please feed you? She's like, this is Cameron, Avery. He's like, you have a kid? She's like, no, no, she's not my daughter. He's like, oh, it would have been fine if you had a kid because, we're just friends and all. Oh, but imagine you guys. Okay, right now, all I'm thinking about is when they have their own kids, because I am determining y'all choices better get these two Sims together. I love them so much together. And like, I don't know. I'm at the point I want to like fast forward to where they're happy living their best life. But, it's kind of making it more special seeing like the slow little burn of them getting together. Cameron, you are literally hungry. Cameron had her first visitor. That's cute. But Cameron, you're hungry, baby, and you're not going to eat? Zane's home. She's like, are you going to feed her? Like, she's clearly starving. And she's asking advice probably of her sister. What happened now? Because, I'm everyone's mom with no kids, and I can't go to college. That's what she's probably thinking in her head. Like, she's done with her family. She's, I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up. And all my friends seem to have figured out, how do I figure it all out myself? I feel like she's going to say, pick something you like. Especially because she is picking something she likes right now. And I feel like Zane will be so supportive of her because Zane loves basketball. Zane would love to play like professional basketball one day. And I think that's the something that she likes. But like, she doesn't have money or time to always be practicing. And she's high right now too. So, and she's burning to death. Okay. Let's sort that out. Let's fix this right now, because absolutely not. So much is going on. Like, can someone please feed Cameron? Like, that would be so helpful right now. Oh, is he feeding her finally? He's so nice. He's so good with babies because he helped raise his niece. Look at him with his niece's little bracelet on. He's the sweetest little thing. This is not how he imagined meeting her family. I know that. I know that's not how he imagined meeting her family. Aw. He's like, it's okay. This is fine. And why are you hysterical? Like, people are yelling at you. Maybe she's like hysterically going crazy right now because of that. She's going to put this in her inventory. Her grandma's the third argument with her about this decision. Maybe this would kick you out of being hysterical, because I really don't want you to die an emotional death, Sarai. She's like, you know what? I'm going to take my painting, and I have things I need to do. I need to feed everyone, of course. And is there still no... Oh, and now she has a difficult dynamic with her grandma as well. How lovely is that? How lovely is that? And this is how Avery's meeting her family. Well, it's not a formal meet because she's like, I'm not introducing him to you all, but I need to put a grill out here. All right. She's still arguing with her grandma. Well, no, actually, no. Now they're telling jokes because she's hysterical. Please do not die, Sarai. I feel like her grandma's like, listen, I know you like art and everything, but at the end of the day, Sarai, you made a promise that you'll take care of Cameron, Diana. You'll take care of the boys. You'll take care of Kiana. And now you're saying you're going to college. What are we supposed to do now? Type of thing. So Sarai is now stuck between wanting to go to college, which he is, well, university, which he is, but also how she's supposed to do her. Oh, and he's going too. I was going to make him. Is she? I thought she was going to die. I got scared. But he's leaving. But now she has a lot to think about. I feel like they were like, let's meet up tomorrow because Avery was like, I should get my acceptance letter and we can hang out. Zane, can you please? Oh, she's coming to check on Cameron anyway. Put Cameron to bed. Cameron is exhausted. I don't even know where the kids are because Kiana's not in the household right now. Oh, of course they're up here playing. Oh, and the boys are in here. It looks like playing as well. How cute. Okay, that's cute. They're like, it's too hot. We're not going outside. But everyone's going to eat this grilled chicken anyway. It's a summer day. They like to cook out here and whatnot. Why are you putting her down in here? Zane, this is why you don't smoke. All right, the chicken is done. Call everyone to eat because, yeah. And then we can like bring the kids home and stuff. But she needs to get her 300 for today. So I'm going to give her that. So I'm going to add it to her household. And then I'm going to put it in her bank account. So right now she has 4,129. Ooh, Jate just called Zane. Hi. We're going to explore that. Hold on. But let's put the 300 in there. She's been saving up because she wants to move out. But she doesn't want to tell anyone that because you saw how they are with her just going to university, let alone moving out. And now Zane's caught. Hi. She said, why are you high? She's like, okay, one of my girls is going to university. Okay. But not because I don't want her to go to that's just like so weird to think about that your parent doesn't want you to go to university. Like that's crazy. But right now the family's all enjoying their grilled chicken by Sarai, of course. And Sarai's in the house because she doesn't want to talk to them at all because she's kind of like really upset. And the kids are in here. Oh, that's so cute that they're in here eating. All right. We are going to end the gathering and then send the young kids home because we fed y'all. And your parents can't complain and say we didn't do that. And then we're going to bring the little kiddies home. But I want to finish off Sarai's day by enrolling in university because the arguing from her grandma, her mom, and her uncle, it did put a fire under her. And like it didn't dissuade her from going. In fact, it made her like, I'm going to apply right now. I'm going to enroll right now. And they think that me having to help them with their kids is like mandatory. Like I'm doing that because I love my family, but I thought they would be supportive of me like I've been supportive of them type of thing. So she has the option to be an arts critic with art history or the patron of the arts. I can't speak. Patron of the arts or a trendsetter. I actually can kind of see her doing this too, a trendsetter. But the other one is the fine art. And with this, she could be a floral designer, a freelance artist, a freelance crafter, freelance fashion photographer, master of the reel, and a musician or a stylist. This one offers more, but I actually do see her doing fine arts instead. Yeah. I see her doing fine arts, and then she can either go into master of the reel or a stylist career, or even a floral designer I can see her doing, but she doesn't really garden right now. All right, and she's only going to do 2 classes to start off with because her family is like going crazy at the thought of her going to university. So we're only going to do 2 classes, and she's going to live at home. Now, she had a scholarship. So her cost is 0. She had a merit scholarship. I didn't even know I had her apply to scholarships. Thank goodness I did, because her family would have been like, we're not paying for this. Okay, good. So everything's paid for. And she got 20 simoleons. She's not even going to keep that. She's like, it's just 20 simoleons. But her first class is on tomorrow from 9:30 to 10:55. But yeah, we're going to play with Avery tomorrow. So we're not even going to see her go to class. That's the end of Sarai's day. She did her arguments with 3 of her relatives. She enrolled in university despite them not wanting her to go, which I personally think is some big hater shit. Honestly, like they're haters right now. But anyway, I guess they don't want her to go because they know that her going is going to mean that she's not going to be there to watch the kids. And now they have to find other babysitting, like people to babysit. And I feel like they're all together going to be like, fine, you don't want to watch the kids, then we're not going to give you the money to watch them type of thing. And now she has to focus on how she's going to make money, because she only makes money from really babysitting, not really selling her art so much. So now she has to think like, okay, I need to start making money. How am I going to do that? And I think she's going to start selling her art on the table. But yeah, she's going to meet up with Avery tomorrow anyway, and maybe Avery can convince her to sell art on the table. But it's going to be Avery's day tomorrow. He's not going to get into university, so big sad. But we're going to pick back up with him. Okay, we're on Avery's day, and I'm so excited because I miss playing with Avery. Having them at two separate households has been a struggle. Don't worry though, I have some plans in the works so we can finally have them in one household together, making it much easier for us. When they do end up moving together, we will still do choices. Obviously, that's like the whole point of this series, is for it to be interactive. But until we move them in together, we're gonna have to spend one day with one sim and then the other day with the other sim. I hope you don't mind too much, but I don't know. I like it. I like seeing how both of them live and how they're brought up. I enjoy it. But anyway, it's Avery's day. And for Avery's day, we have a few things planned when it comes to the series. The first thing is Avery is obviously not going to get into university. But in The Sims 4, unless you have mods, you really would not get a rejection letter. So we're just gonna never get his acceptance letter out of the mail and assume he got rejected. But right now he's still anticipating getting a acceptance letter, so he's a little nervous, but he doesn't want to show it too much. Today he does have plans to hang out with his niece, and he wants Sarai to join him. But I'm gonna get into that once we actually start playing through his day. I'm so excited. I know I keep saying that, but I really am excited because I do love Avery so much and I want the best for him. He's a little snobby, but he still means well. Right now he's doing a morning jog. So he's running to get his mind off of the fact that hasn't gotten an acceptance letter. And yesterday he went to go see Sarai and she let him know she got accepted to university. And he's like, she applied way after me. How did she get accepted and not me? Okay, sorry for the sudden switch in scenes, but I'm editing right now and the video between now and the scene that you're seeing is not working and it's just messing up the whole video. So I had to take it out. But I'm going to just fill you in because not much happened. But after his jog, Avery went in the shower and he put on this outfit. And his dad and his grandfather were like, absolutely not. And I was explaining beforehand that his family does not like when he dresses like this because they think he looks like basically like a hoodlum. His parents and his grandparents are very traditional and they don't want him dressing like that because that reminds them of Amel and they don't want him following after his footsteps. So that's basically what the argument is about. You're going to see the rest of the argument now, but I'm sorry for the sudden switch in scenes. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. You guys got to give me some more respect. But once they start yelling, he backs down immediately. Confrontation and him don't get along. So he's like, okay, I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'll change the outfit. I see where you're coming from. And of course, the grandfather won the argument because, he's like, I'm heading to work. When I come back, burn that outfit. Now it's time for his dad to pile on him. He's like, oh, I just want to get out of this house. This house is crazy. Everyone's crazy here. I want to leave this house. And his dad's like, okay, so you called out of work on a Tuesday for what? You think we're just made of money? When I was growing up, I grew up with no money. And he's like, Dad, I know you grew up with no money. You say that to us all the time that you grew up with no money. But I have plans today with friends. And he's like, friends? Since when do you have friends? You have friends? You do not have friends. You need to be friends with your books because I don't see an acceptance letter from you. He's like, Dad, I'm going to get into med school. I don't understand why you're so upset. Like, let me breathe. And here comes Grandma, like, what is all that arguing? Oh, his poor Grandma. And she's the one that's like the jokester of the family. So she's like, I'm just going to go and do some laundry. You know what I discovered? The Great Depart. What is that? This world has so many holidays. They have a whole huge basement down here. When I say this family is rich, they're rich. And his father is telling the truth. They didn't always come for money. And you can't just take this life for granted that we gave you. You know what I mean? I understand where his dad is coming from, but not really. But Avery's like, you know what? I already called out of work. So, man, I'm just not going to go to work. Instead, I'm going to go upstairs and find an open shower to use. I have plans. So his plans for today is to take his niece to the library for a storytelling. And he texted Sarai like, "Hey Sarai, when I was over, I know you have a stepsister, Kiana. She's around my niece's age, and they're doing a storytelling at the library in San Sequoia. Do you want to join us?" So yeah, we're gonna meet up with Sarai and Kiana, and then Kimiko and Kimmy and Avery are all going to have a nice little library date together. I'm so excited. Despite that argument, I think he's excited to see Sarai again because he really likes Sarai. Who's listening to that music? You heard that? Is that coming from his sister's room? Okay, but they can yell at him for his outfit, but can't yell at his sister for playing that music. This song slaps, but his parents are big into their image. We're going to turn it off, but that song was really jumping. But he's like, wow, so Ashley can listen to whatever she wants to listen to the moment I put on cargo pants, I'm a thug. Oh, and he's sick again, by the way. So he could have just called out sick, and he put the same outfit on. But I feel like they got into his head a little bit, just a little bit. So he's going to change his outfit. All right, he changed his outfit. I'm going to show you in a bit, but I want him to rehearse company values. So right now he's rehearsing his company values because his dad got in his head a little bit, calling him lazy and saying he doesn't have good work ethic, especially because he is a perfectionist and he does not do well with criticism at all. Our poor Avery needs to work on receiving criticism. Not saying though that what his dad and his grandfather said to him was true, but one thing I had to learn in my own personal life is how to take criticism from people, even if you don't want it or not, and how that makes you feel and dealing with your emotions with that. Avery definitely needs to work on that because right now his dad and grandpa have him feeling like he is, I guess when it comes to it, not good enough, essentially. That's what they're making him feel like. But we know Avery is good enough. Poor Avery. I just want you to see it. But we're going to head out to the library with his niece. So he has something to look forward to. He's like trying to put it in his back of his mind. And he's going to go out with Sarai and her stepsister and also meet up with his niece. He's so excited and I'm excited too. So let's head off. Is there even a library in San Sequoia? If there's not a library, we'll go to the rec center, but we'll see. So let's head out to the library. All right, look who joined us. It's little Cameron. She ended up coming with us to the rec center I decided to go to. I completely forgot we went to the library last episode or the episode before. So yeah, we should go to the rec center because I want to spend time looking at different places in this world because it is a growing together let's play. But we have little Cameron with us. Look at her, so cute. Where are you going? The music they have playing in the rec center is so good. But we have more than Cameron just here with us. We just put Cameron in the playpen over here. She's probably in a terrible mood. We also have Sarai here with us, and she's playing cymbals already. Look how cute she looks with her hair down. I freaking love Sarai, but she's over here playing cymbals. We're going to join her soon. Oh, and also, it looks like Kimmy and Kiana already introduced each other or themselves to each other. They're like, hey, we're going to end up reading them stories because that's why we're here. But first, he's getting up to, or picking Cameron up. What are you doing? I don't know. But look at little Cameron. So cute. I feel like Sarai was like, hey, I'm watching Cam right now. Oh, is he feeding her? He's so cute. I feel like she's like, I'm watching Cam right now. Can she come with us to the rec center? And he's like, of course she can come. And like a man that knows how to take care of kids. That's so attractive. But we're going to read the kids a story. Is there no option to read to kids? Oh, because it's no kids books. So, all right, let me see if I can. Oh, is he burping her? How cute is that? All right, let me buy a book and then we will. What are you doing? Oh, you're cuddling her. Let me buy a book and then we'll read to the girls. All right, we ended up getting Charlotte's Pig. So we're going to read it to them. But, oh, he's cuddling Cam. He's like, all right, girls, gather around. We're going to read. Look how cute she looks in her little bear outfit. Wait, why did everyone reset? All right, let's read this book, though, to the kids. Oh, and he made 1,000. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, 1,000 simoleons on his day off. He makes good money at this job. He just hates this job. I don't know where Kimiko ended up going, but we're reading at least to Kiana.
because it's World Book Day or National Book Day. So Sarai and Cam ended up leaving. I want to imagine that she has to bring Cam back home, but she's going to be back. So we're going to end up inviting her back over after we read the girls, or did we finish the book? I didn't want to give them the book, but they need the book. Kimmy, you ended up missing the story. But I feel like Kimmy and Kiana would be good friends. Plus, Kimmy needs more friends. So Sarai's going to come back over. While we're waiting for Sarai to come back after dropping off Cam to her mom's, we're going to make them some food. He wants to prove that he can cook dinner and cook. What is something that would impress Sarai? Everyone's making so much money in his house. I feel like the kids were like, can we have fish tacos? I feel like kids like tacos. So let's just make them tacos. We should have did the cook together. Now that I realize it, we should have cooked with all of them. And Red is here, so that does make sense that maybe she was here to pick up her kid. That's cute. But we should have done the cook together option. But it's fine, because Avery is chefing it up for them. I'm just looking around the rec center, and there's a whole art room up here. We're going to spend so much time here when they actually get together. And a music room. That's actually really cute. That would be really cute. But we're definitely going to spend a lot of time here once we have our own kids and we move here. Why is her dad here? Make it make sense. Why would he show up here? All right, let's call all of them to a meal. All right, hopefully they actually come and eat because I have no idea where they went. Did the girls end up going and it's just Sarai here? You know what? If it's just Sarai here, that's fine by me. But I want to change her back to the outfit she had on. We definitely should invite to stay the night. We should definitely have small talk with her and ask about her day. Like, hey, it was a cool day, right? With the kids and it was fun hanging out with them. We're just going to pretend that half of Sarai's family is not here. But she's coming down to sit next to us like, oh my goodness, it was so much fun. And you're such a good cook. These tacos are amazing. But what are you wearing, Avery? Like, what outfit is that? And he's like, oh, I had a rough day. My dad and my grandpa, they got on my case about my outfit and my clothes. And I feel like he pretty much tells Sarai a lot. Like, he's comfortable talking with Sarai. Like, if you look at their friendship, they're already great friends. And they just met each other. They're just naturally good friends together. I feel like the way they naturally talk to each other is just so cute. And he's like, okay, so started with my grandfather yelling at me. And then my dad wanted to jump in. And she's like, oh, I understand. Trust me. Because she also had a huge argument this episode with her own family. And I feel like they're both like, oh my goodness, can they just treat us like we're adults? And she's like, right. That's what I keep saying. Like, we are in our mid-20s. We are successful adults. We know how to handle ourselves. And he's like, right. And they just agree. And she's like, have you thought about moving out? Like, is there a reason you're staying there? And he's like, yeah, I was staying there because I wanted to like get my college degree. And she was like, well, did you get the acceptance letter? He was like, not yet. And I feel like that's when she's telling him like, well, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, Avery, but the cutoff to get acceptance letters already came and went. The semester starts next week. So if you didn't get an acceptance letter from Brightchester, maybe you won't get one. I'm sorry. And like, I feel like she feels bad for breaking the news to him. But I feel like low key, Avery didn't even really want to be a doctor. His family just wanted him to be a doctor. So like his feelings are hurt and he's like disappointed in himself and everything. But realistically, he knew he wasn't going to make it. Well, he didn't know he wasn't going to make it. He thought he was, but he thought he was just doing what he was supposed to do and what his family wanted him to do. And I feel like he's a little disappointed in himself for it, but he'll bounce back quickly. And he's like, okay, shoot. So I'm not in med school, but I make decent money. They can't be too mad. I make decent money and I've already gotten a college degree. And she's like, that's true. They should be proud of you. You're very successful. You're a great guy. And I don't know, if they don't appreciate you, then screw them. And he's like, you know what? You're right. And if your family doesn't appreciate you, then screw them. And they was like, how about we move out? Do you ever think about moving out? I heard they are building new apartment buildings in San Sequoia, and they have room available in the apartment buildings. This is what Sarai's saying, because Sarai has always wanted to move out. She's been saving up to move out, and she was looking online, and she said, see, look, here's the apartment building I was talking about. And she's showing him where it is in San Sequoia. Now, this idea is very interesting to him. Like, one, he'll move out and move to San Sequoia, where his niece lives and his brother lives, and he'll be closer to them. On the other hand, if he moves to San Sequoia, then he has to let his parents know that Amel is also there. Like, I feel like that might be a topic of conversation if he moves to San Sequoia. Also, his parents are going to be like, why are you moving to San Sequoia? What about med school? So then he has to tell them about med school. So there's a lot that goes to Avery moving to San Sequoia. Now, here comes the choice, you all. Last episode, the choice was really difficult, and you guys let me know it was a difficult choice. I just want to say the choices from now on are going to be very difficult. The first choice was just an easy one to get us used to the choice system, but every choice is going to be difficult. Because if it was easy, then we're all going to choose the easier option. And it makes it predictable of what's going to happen. And I don't want that to happen. So that's really why the choices are very difficult. And it's like, it seems like both of them are, or one of them is going to end up losing out if you don't choose their option. But that's when your knowledge of the characters and how you feel about the characters come in, and just choose the one that you really honestly want. That's my best advice. And just know that it's my goal to make this series a happy series. So the choices that you choose in the beginning, yeah, they may have some negative consequences, but that's life, and they're young and they're growing together and they think they know what's best for themselves. They are young, but they are also adults and they're ready to make their own decisions in life without their family holding them back, which I wholeheartedly believe in. Anyway, let's get to the actual choice. And the choice involves this topic of conversation. All right, here we are at this episode's choice selection, which I'm excited for. And we are officially on choice 3. Choice 3 is titled Moving Out. That was what the conversation was all about, moving out, and both of them just giving each other the courage to actually move out on their own. And officially, one of these characters, and yes, I'm going to spoil it for you, only one of them will be moving out. And I'm so happy myself. I know some of you are like, why can't both of them move out? Okay, obviously both of them are going to move out eventually. Like, they're going to move out eventually. It's just about who's going to move out first. And I'm just so happy because finally I can move out of these big households. Both households are huge. I think both of them have 8 Sims. I think Avery's cat counts as the 8th Sim, and Blue counts as the 8th Sim at her house, at Sarai's house. Sarai actually lives with so many people in and out of her apartment. And I just want to play with single Sims again. Like, can we just like have that? You know what I mean? So I'm so happy we're finally on choice 3, moving out. Sorry for the long rant, but I do love big households, but I'm missing the small household. So choice A is Sarai moves to San Sequoia apartments first. So obviously there's no apartments in San Sequoia, but either I'm going to build apartments or get apartments from the gallery. And with those apartments, I need Sims to put into those apartments as like through the roommate system. So if you have any Sims you would like to make for me, I have a hashtag MTS Townies that you can use, and you can upload Sims for me. They can have CC, no CC. They can be Maxis Match, Alpha. If you want your Sim a part of the series, just upload them to the hashtag MTS Townies so we can have some roommates next episode and have some new characters join the show. So if you want your Sims to be a part of this series, just upload them to the gallery. Take a look for next episode. But choice A is Sarai moves to San Sequoia Apartments first. Choice B is Avery moves to San Sequoia Apartments first. The poll goes up obviously a few days after this episode, and I will try to record this episode 4, right? It will be episode 4 within the first few days. But if you can't tell from my voice, I'm getting very sick, like very sick. But I want to finish this episode for you all. So anyway, let's head back. All right. So here we are. Kind of in a similar situation from episode 2. Who would move out first, Sarai or Avery? And this, I feel like your choice, the way you choose, is really who you think has the means to move out follows along with it, and who do you think has the courage to tell their family they're going to move out first. So Sarai's, the pros of her moving out is 1, she's been saving up money for a while to move into her own apartment, and I feel like she's at the point with getting accepted into college and things like that, and she wants to break away from her family and focus on her studies. So that's probably why Sarai wants to move out. Avery, on the other hand, he has ample means to move out. He has enough means for his family to give him a down payment for a house if he wanted. But will they actually give him that money when they figure out he didn't get into university? What will happen when they figure out he didn't get into university? Because he still hasn't told them that. And who would he end up, like, how would he end up explaining that Amel lives in San Sequoia and how he knows that. But realistically, he has a job that is stable enough to move out and afford his rent and save up money for a house. He makes good money as a salary person. Does he love the job? No. Is it passionless? Yes. Also, let me know where you see him finding his passion, because we have to discover that before his first kid. Because once he has his first kid, he fully wants to invest in whatever his passion is. But he doesn't have a passion right now, so we have to figure that out for him as well. But those are the two options. Avery moves out or Sarai moves out first. I want to say first, okay? So both of them will obviously eventually move out, but it's just about who has the courage to do it first, okay? But let me know what you think of today's decision or choice, or this episode's choice. Let me know what you want Avery to find his passion in, or a few ideas would be great, because we know Sarai's passionate about art, her style, how she dresses, but Avery is just very, I think the only word I can think of is boring. And he's not really boring on a conversational level, because him and Sarai have great conversation. But he doesn't know himself. Like, look how he's dressed. And that's all because his grandfather told him he can't dress like that at 22. And he listened. So Avery, I feel like he doesn't even know what he likes to do for fun, because I don't think he really has fun, which is great because he met Sarai, who's a whole bunch of fun, and hopefully she could bring that side out of him. But anyway, we're gonna end the episode off here with this choice, and I want to apologize because I sound so sick, but I wanted to make sure I recorded this for you all. I hope you don't mind too much how crazy I sound right now. I know I sound crazy and really sick, but anyway, it was a really fun episode and I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too, and I will see you next time. Bye now.